I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Vikings are top 10 in passing TDs. They go up against a Packers defense that will need to be on its game. With that, let's get up to Minneapolis as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Defense showing blitz.
Come on, let's go. Blitz round. Blitz round. Blitz round. Blitz round. Ohio. Blitz round.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Backing up. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Throwing, Hundley, and Cook has it, left side, and he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
Second down, Lacey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Now Hundley. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Brett Hundley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down and gets a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
Let's go. 180.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. He got 29 yards that time. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to try and
For right, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Time running out here on the play clock. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Eight yards to go here on second down.
Here we go. 1-9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Lacey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When you take a look at Eddie Lacy, you expect the run we just saw, don't you? A battering ram type of an effort.
Absolutely. Such a tough runner in Alabama where he won those national championships, and a tough runner here in the NFL. Red zone opportunity. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
And the play clock's running down. Throwing, Hundley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bridgewater now. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
He's got time. He finds his man Johnson. Touchdown, Vikings! Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. And so we have the touchdown now. Here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They begin the drive with Lacey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Hundley. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Adams, the man in motion left. Play clock winding down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Emerson Griffin. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They felt their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Let's go. Wayne Navy.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Cook has it, left side. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Packers are going to have a first down. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing, Hundley. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Another pistol look here.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. In motion right here, Nelson. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And right with it here over the middle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
A good pickup there. 26 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Bridgewater surveying the field. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. And again, it's Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. 3rd down here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing, Hundley. And Cook has it, left side. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And 4th down coming up.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
I don't think this will even. Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Let's go.
Final play of the half. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Throwing. Bridgewater. Complete to right. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Hundley. And this is Cook with a grab. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there, just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
One back is Lacey.
Come on, let's go.
The play clock's running down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's brought down after a good gain.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Eddie Lacy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So they're going to go for 2. Play clock winding down. Hundley going to throw for it. Deep drop. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. Room here to run. Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson, 78 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Throwing, Hundley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
Now the Packers get set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And now here's a carry heading left. There he goes left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 71 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try to pound it in with Lacy. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And some extras coming up on the line here, ready for the blitz. They'll run. This is Lacey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Eddie Lacy with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now they're in the hurry-up.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Peterson alone in the backfield. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, partner, you might want to check your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
First down, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down after a good game. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers that have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. So Bridgewater forced to the sidelines. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Now Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Hundley, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run it again with Lacey. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Nelson, the man in motion right. The play clock's running down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Here we go.
In motion right here, Nelson. Play clock winding down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that want. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacey. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that's it. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A dime look defensively. Big play coming on 3rd and goal.
They can still blitz out of this look.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. but at least it's 4th down. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This for the lead in the final stages. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. The offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Shift together here from the D-line. 339. He's back to throw. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. He'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come out here in the eye. Hundley, a sneak. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.